Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to take you through everything that I'm bringing on a 1-week trip, and everything is going to fit in these two regulation size carry-on baggages. So this smaller one is going to be my personal item and this larger one is going to be the one that goes in the overhead bin. And I'm really quite thrilled with how many outfit options I was able to fit in all of this, and the ability to bring all of my regular cosmetics that I would want to use and everything like that. Normally I would probably bring less and have a bit more room, but for this trip I'm not really going to be doing very much shopping, and so I prioritize choice over having extra room. It's also cold where I'm going, and so it was a real challenge to be able to have layering pieces and things that would keep me warm, because in Toronto it's pretty freezing right now, and so I wanted to be able to bring cozy knits and have options so that I'm not wearing the same sweater over and over, but rather have lots of different mix and matchable options, also so that I can change as well. If I want to change in the evening, then I can. I think it's not just about fitting as many things as you possibly can in your bag, it's also about really enjoying your trip and being organized throughout so that you actually use the things that you brought and can see everything, and everything that you bring is nicely packed. First we're going to go through the personal items. So for this item I have all of my important valuables and easy access items in the front pocket. I really do like getting bags that have pockets, so you could easily do like a tote with a front pocket or something like that. Unfortunately, neither of my suitcases that I'm bringing are still available. This was a limited edition Diane von Furstenberg for Macy's, which is now gone, and this is a vintage Pierre Cardin suitcase that I stole from my mom, but I will link some similar options down below. The emphasis for me being not even what it looks like, although I like the classic look of these two pieces, but rather the ability to have pockets and organization within them. So at the front here I've got my headphones. These are noise cancelling. They are a must-have. I cannot travel without them. I have my Kindle, another must-have. All of my passports and an eye mask because I actually am taking a red-eye flight. And then I've got my new pouches from Nouvelle Pearl. So if you purchase anything from my gold collection, I have new pouches that have snapbacks and inside dividers, so they're great for travel. So anything that has Tahitian pearls or Akoya pearls, which I will link down below, like the new Tahitian victory pendant that I'm wearing now in the yellow gold, everything will come with these new super pouches that I'm really pleased with and proud of, and they're really nice for travel, so of course I'm bringing mine. So that's the front pocket of my bag, and then on the inside pocket of my bag I have one of my new dividers. So this actually came in a set. I have one left over that I didn't use because the set is big enough not just to pack a carry-on but also to pack a bigger suitcase. It really is actually a really good value set because of how many different dividers you get in it and how well made they are. So I really like the little labels, which I haven't inscribed yet, and how nice and structured it is. It's not flimsy, it feels really durable, and I do really like the pale pink color as well, so I will link that down below. This one I'm putting in my personal item because I'm going to put all my chargers in it. So right now I'm charging my phone and my laptop is going to need charging, so I haven't packed this up yet, but I will do so. The other thing I still need to do before I depart is to separate out my liquids. So I have this pouch from Sephora that I will be putting any of the liquids that are in here, so I've already packed this into. I actually find nowadays, at least if you have Nexus like I do, they don't tend to ask you to remove your liquids anymore, but I will still prep them in that little transparent pouch just in case. And in here, in any case, there aren't that many liquids, so it's going to easily fit in that pouch. I have my Joe-Way. I did a partnership with them way back, but this is not sponsored. This is their anti-wrinkle face cream, and it comes in a nice 40 milliliter tube, so it's regulation sized. And I have another few things from them in here, as well as some makeup wipes. I really like to use makeup wipes when I travel. These Neutrogena natural ones are really nice as well. I find that they make my skin feel a lot calmer than any other makeup wipes do. They are free from sulfates and parabens and all sorts of other things. I find these really gentle, so if you haven't tried them yet, I really do recommend them. And then I just have my makeup favorites in here, the things that I use every single day. I haven't really brought samples for makeup. I've brought mostly full-size items, which is why this cosmetic case is fairly large. I've got my Hourglass bronzer. Something I always travel with, which I will link down below, is my Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage palette, which is the most basic of eye palettes there ever was, but it really is my all-time favorite. And then just my normal favorite things. I've also got my Dior highlighter, and the reason I'm picking this out to mention it is because I still do really like the Becca ones, but there's something different about the way that this is either packaged or formulated, where the Dior one I can travel with without fearing that it will shatter, whereas the Becca one, I think the pigments are a lot softer. The look on the skin is actually pretty similar between the Dior and the Becca, but the Dior is a lot more durable, and there's nothing worse, if you've ever experienced it, you know, than opening your makeup bag or suitcase and finding that things have shattered. For a cosmetic case for travel, I really do like ones that have a brush section like this, so that, again, if anything did kind of leak, hopefully your makeup brushes would stay clean and just separated from everything else. So all of my toiletries are in here. And I'm really happy with what I was able to pack. So I packed that Joe moisturizer, and then another good tip is to go and ask for samples. I go to Nordstrom all the time, and if there's something that I've read about that I'm interested in, I'll ask for a sample. So this is the Clinique Repair Wear Laser Focus. It's a serum, and they will give it to you gladly, because for them it's better to do that than to have you try the product and then return it if you don't like it. And then another tip, if you're a frequent traveler, is to keep some essentials. So I have feminine hygiene products and some spare contact lenses just in this bag, just in case I would forget to pack them, and so it's nice that those things just kind of live in the bag. Here at the back there's a handy dandy little laptop pocket, so I have my laptop here. Another nice thing is if you have pockets like that, it makes it easy, because I find even if you are Nexus or whatever special lineup, they still want to see your laptop in a separate bin. And then I tend to get really cold on flights, so I always wear something cashmere that is cozy, and then I bring a separate wrap, and then the wrap acts as a kind of small blanket. So here I have got my burgundy scarf from Nouvelle Apparel. That's everything that's in this bag. It's really nice to have things that you would remove at security in your personal item. That way this one can just stay closed unless there's something that they want to see inside. I do not recommend ever putting your suitcase on your bed. I'm kind of appalled at myself for doing this, but I wanted you to be able to see. So this is like a washable, really nice blanket from UGG that is overdue for a wash anyway. So I'm just going to put this here. And the nice thing too about getting to carry on your bag is you're a little bit more in control of what happens to it, so I don't feel like it's as dirty. Because I'm taking a red-eye flight, something that I really enjoy is the ability to quickly change into just anything that will make me feel refreshed. So in this front pocket here, I have a fresh pair of socks and a fresh sweater, so that I can take off my t-shirt and just kind of feel refreshed right away if I have kind of time to change as soon as I get off my flight. And then inside here, there's a divider, which is kind of useful. It doesn't fit a lot in this suitcase, but I have my Tahitian teal scarf there, so I'm bringing 2 scarves for this trip, and I think any scarf or small accessories like that, just good things to pack, because it's going to allow you to switch up your outfits without having like a whole dress or something like that. But nonetheless, you'll be surprised at how many clothing options I do have in here in all of these new dividers. So this is my big one. It has the most items in it. It's kind of amazing that this much actually fits. I was surprised and ready to eliminate some things, but I'm really pleased with all of these things, and I probably won't wear them all in my 1-week trip, but nonetheless it'll be nice to be able to change as much as I like. I have a dress from Anthropologie, which they have a new version of. It's a really great dress for travel, because you can see, even as compared to some of the other items, how small it is, but it's kind of like a fleecy kind of finish. It's really lovely and stretchy, and it has a beautiful kind of tulip shape to it, so highly recommend that. This is the old version version, but they have a new version of it. Either merino or a lightweight kind of cashmere is nice for travel because it's very warm but not too bulky. So this merino sweater from Halogen was a good choice to pack. These ones, slightly less wise choices. Both Nordstrom collection and both a little bit more chunky, but again, it is really cold where I'm going, so I felt like if I could fit it, I should bring it. And then I've got my Bloomingdale's cable knit sweater. I think something in a nice cream or beige is always really wise to pack. And I have a whopping three dresses to wear in the evening. One is a Diane von Furstenberg wrap. I've got one really old Marciano wrap that I've had for about 15 years, believe it or not, and this one is really nice and lightweight. And then a nice thing to just add on, because it barely takes any room, is a silk piece. So this is a leopard print wrap dress as well, and that one takes the least room out of all three dresses. A tip is to look for matte silk. So if silk is really shiny and thin, it will tend to wrinkle a lot, but something like this matte silk is not going to wrinkle quite as much. So then you can see that the advantage of having dividers is that it essentially is the next best thing after having those vacuum seal bags, which require a vacuum, so it never made sense to me, because it kind of compresses everything together. And then the nice thing too is when you open your bag, it's not this explosion of clothing. So I really do like using dividers, and within the dividers I roll everything because I think that is what keeps things the least wrinklier, the smoothest. At the bottom here I have quite a few things, so before we go into the other dividers, I'll show you. I've got my GHD flat iron for the frizzy hair prone like myself. It's nice to have. And then I have two pairs of shoes that I packed. I'll be wearing an additional tall pair of boots onto the flight. I've got these ones, which are kind of more for evening. They're Aquazzura. They're kind of like a sock style bootie in a pretty suede, and anything that is like a sock style shoe or is kind of floppy at the top, if it's a boot or soft, is great to pack because it takes up less room. And then I have the lightest sneakers I could find on the market. These are Nike, and they're part of the Flyknit range, I think it's called. So they're very, very light. They won't add much to the weight of my bag at all. And I like to tuck my socks into my shoes as well, so that if I want to go do a quick workout and I decide I have the volition to do that, then it's really easy and fuss-free because I don't have to look through everything to find my socks. So in the remaining two dividers, I'll show you the really surprisingly large amount of clothes that I've managed to fit. So I have, oh, very important, a lint roller. You saw my fur creature before, so I never ever travel without one, and I really do like these Flint ones because they twist up, so it's not going to stick to your clothing inside your bag and become one big mess. So in here I have all of my bottoms. I have a tweed skirt from Club Monaco. I have my Halogen leather skirt, and I've got my Halogen trousers as well, which are awesome because the Ponte fabric does not wrinkle no matter how badly you fold it. And underneath everything, I have a pair of jeans from Current Elliott. That's my second divider. And in my third divider, I have all of my lingerie, pajamas, and other small items. So I have a bathing suit because I think there's a pool where I'm going. I should maybe double check that before my flight. And then I've got two pairs of pajamas and two silk tops. Another good tip to switch your outfits up is to bring little tank tops like this. I really love this Camille NYC one. You turn them inside out, and again, you can see it's that matte silk, so it's not going to wrinkle too much. The laciness is a really nice way to kind of layer your clothing. It would look really nice underneath my Nouvelle Apparel cardigan, or underneath a dress, or even underneath a sweater that is a bit more low cut. So I have that one, and then I also decided to bring this one because it's also relatively thin, and this one is from Vince, and it's a really pretty velvet, which will add some nice texture to my outfits. I have 3 bras. Again, I don't need that many, but it's nice to have a few different color and style options as well. I was feeling indecisive, and like I wanted to have lots of different options given just the different things I'll be doing on this trip, and wanting to feel like I had a mini closet with me. So that's exactly what I did. I have quite a few other what's in my carry-on videos, but they have tended to be for much shorter trips, so more like an overnight business trip or a 2-day business trip. And what I tend to do for those trips is to pre-plan exactly what I'm going to wear and have a bit of room in case there's a shopping spree that happens. For this trip, I knew I wasn't going to go shopping and that I would kind of want to mix and match more and also potentially change in the evening or change part of my outfit in the evening. And so I wanted to make that possible. That is what is in my carry-on bags. I'm going to go off to edit this video and catch my flight, and I will see you guys in my next installment on Style. Bye!